Hi, Empress Justice here, and welcome. Oh, hang on, let me adjust this. Sorry, Libra. Hi, Empress Justice here, and welcome to the Aquarius Rahu Leo Ketu reading for Libra. This is for Chitra, Swati, and Vishaka. How you guys doing? Okay, so sorry, Libra. Listen. I've got a few like ring lights on me at the moment there, but there's one that keeps turning off. So throughout the reading, I'm going to be turning that sucker back on, okay? Because this lighting, I would like to keep this lighting, okay? But that aside, I want to tell you guys that the Aquarius Rahu and Leo Ketu nodal axis actually took place on the 29th of May 2025. As I'm recording this, it's actually the 31st. Which would make it late, but seeing as this is an 18-month transit, I really don't think a couple of days is going to make that much of a dent. So let's get started. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what your tarot cards are, and then I'm going to give you your oracle cards, okay? So you've got 4 tarot cards and 2 oracle cards, all right? So let's start with your tarot first. For your Tough Tarot, we've got Adjustment, which is the Justice card, number 8 of the Major Arcana. We've got the 8 of Cups from the Pause Tarot, okay? We have got 3 of Cups from the Illis Tarot. I tried to remember the name of the deck. And the Page of Swords from the Dragon Tarot. Okay, so let's see what we can get here. First off, number 8 came up real strong, because it's the number 8 here and number 8 here. So the number 8 comes up real strong. That's the number of accomplishments, of finances, of entrepreneurship. It's also the number of rebellion and challenge. For some of you Libras, right, I feel like some of you Libras are, there's been kind of a tit for tat situation going on, and you're kind of tired of it. Because what this reflects is a sense of justice and fairness. And this is what a lot of human beings don't tend to understand, is that our sense of fairness, it comes from how people are made to feel rather than what people actually do. So it's like if somebody, I don't know, if somebody calls me a name, right? And, I feel a certain way, then automatically I'm going to want to do the same thing that makes them feel a certain way, right? But what is actually the focus of that is the feeling and not the action. This is one of the reasons why human beings tend to overreact to things, is because we want the person who hurt us to feel that exact same hurt. So I feel like this is the type of shit that some of you Libras are tired of. You're tired of trying to make people feel like, how you feel all the time. Like you're tired of trying to make people feel that way, and you just want to move on. You just don't want to deal with all this petty nonsense anymore. There is something over the horizon that promises to get better when it comes to your relationships, because you've got the 3 of Cups here, but you're just tired. You're just tired, and you're going to say that you're tired. But once again, you're going to say it in a way that actually offends people, because there's just a little button inside of you that can't help provoke people. So it because you say how you feel, but it's the way that you say it, the whole cycle ends up starting over again of, you made me feel like this, so I have to make you feel like this. But if you really want to move forward, then move forward. That's all you can do. You can't stay in the same situation among the same people and expect it to change. Because you wanting to evolve and you wanting to grow and you wanting to, move on with your life, it's not going to be received well by people who want you to stay in the same situation, who want you to stay the same kind of person. Sorry, that's still on. And who want you to just be stagnant. You're not going to get that satisfaction from people who don't want you to change. They just don't want you to change. They just don't want you to grow, don't want you to learn anything. That's just how it is. So let's see what we've got for you as well with regards to the notes here. I'm looking at the notes, but actually, no, I fucked up there, Libra. Sorry about that. I've actually got to get to your oracle cards, one of which is vertebra, backbone, and it's the number 27. So 27 equals 9. It means, using powerful duality to make an important change in life, but it's also a passive principle, number 2, and the number 7. So number 7 is knowledge. Number 7 is open-mindedness. But the way in which you gain these things is passively through the people around you. And I feel like with this whole tit for tat thing, I feel like there are a lot of Libras out there that feel like they're not learning anything. They're not growing. They're not like changing in a way that's meaningful. So it may be that you actually walk away from certain people now. With Medusa, you've got rage, but I don't think it's you that's angry. I don't think it's you that's angry. I think you're dealing with angry people, but I don't think it's you that's mad. I think there are people around you who are just behaving very irrationally right now. They're behaving irrationally. They're behaving in a way that doesn't make sense. And you're not angry. You're just confused. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just confused about the behavior. Like, why are they acting that way? But it's time for you to have some backbone. Boom, boom. It's time for you to have some backbone. In this particular case, Libra, if you're feeling to walk away, just walk away. There are certain people you just can't reason with. And now I've got to get into your notes, and I'm going to start with your houses. So when it comes to Aquarius, Rahu, and Leo Ketu, Rahu is going to hit your 5th house. So you want to be joyful and happy in other people's company. You want the romance. You want to build a family of your own if you haven't already. You want to do something that really makes you happy. And I get all that, but like getting too obsessed with it will actually lead you away from where you're supposed to be. I feel like the key towards you getting that pleasure and you getting everything that you want in life, it revolves around you doing what you're supposed to do and focusing on your purpose, focusing on your life purpose, and focusing on your karma. If you are surrounded by angry people, really think of how you might have been culpable in that and how you might have been bringing angry people into your life and bringing, people who are not worthy of you into your life. These are things that you need to think about. Okay. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but when you focus on your purpose, 11th house stuff, when you focus on your purpose, focus on the community that chooses you and all of these things, then it opens up the door for you to experience more joy, more love. But yeah, you've got to focus on the 11th house first. It's not an easy thing because your 11th house is in Leo. So there are a lot of egos in your immediate community. There's a lot of egos, a lot of people wanting to be the star of the show. So but that's what you have to focus on. Okay. Now I'm going to get to your notes. So for your normal notes, we've got taking an unpopular stand, talents in the legal world, young lawyer, tolerance and equality, feeling trapped, receiving support at the right time and being prepared to stand alone, recognizing your right to your feelings and being surrounded by recognizing your right to your feelings surrounding unmet needs. So yeah, you're not angry, but you understand where your needs are not being met at the moment. Important notes are dissociation, online friends. Online friends can be a key to your healing, actually. Following a childhood dream, romantic date. And for your most important notes, we've got spiritual gatherings, meaningful experiences, and new community. Yeah, so yeah, it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move on. And you will meet some new people during the next 18 months. You will be, you will experience a certain level of fulfillment there. But I was actually drawing the cards whilst I was reading your notes. So let's get to the cards that I've drawn for you. So the first card is the Three of Pentacles. I feel like the people you meet, let's join them here. Number 3 is another number, which is the number of image. It's the number of communication. Image and communication, those are right where you live, so you should be right at home there. I feel like it's when you start to do things that you're really interested in from a work perspective, that's when you'll start to have friends. It will be kind of intertwined like that. So that's one thing. The second thing is that you may go back to certain coping mechanisms in your childhood or in the past that helped you before. As you walk away from one type of the past, another kind of past situation or past memory might come back to you. And yeah, that came with this. The Two of Wands, where you meet like-minded people. Yeah, so it's like it's a layered thing, right? So first, what happens is that you end up, going to work, doing things that you really enjoy doing, or things that you find easiest to do. And then you find yourself surrounded by people who make you feel good, at least on a surface level. And then out of those people, you end up meeting those who are fiercely on your level and right where you're at. So it's like a three-pronged thing. But what I'm seeing here is stability. I'm seeing stability and I'm seeing purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm seeing stability and purpose here. But there are a few problems that come up for you. Okay, so you've got the 7 right here. There's a lot of swords here. I feel like whatever's going on is a legal thing or a formal thing that's happening. Oh boy. Oh. Getting the 7 and 5 together is not good. I'm not going to hold you. Getting a 7 and 5 together is really not good. Because it indicates not only are you surrounded by enemies, but it's almost like they're supercharged or turbo enemies. It's like you can't trust. When it comes to your work, ironically, usually work is the worst place for harassment. But it's actually the best place for you at the moment. It's in your personal life where you can't trust anybody. Because some of the people in your personal life that you put your trust in turned out to be garbage. And there are other people in your personal life that you pushed away that could have been of great help to you that you burned bridges with, some of you. Not that some of you, not all of you. Some of you burned bridges with people that really could have been on your side. Which means you're now, in your personal life, not your work life. Your work life is fine. In your personal life, you're surrounded by people that you just can't trust at all. You can't trust them at all. But I feel like that's for some Libras, not all Libras. There are some Libras who have work people that they really get along with. And then there are some people in their personal life that are supporting them too. So that's one part of Libra. The other part of Libra experience, their private life filled with snakes. And it's partially because they brought it on themselves. Libras, there's this reputation of Libra being peacekeeping and peaceful. And I'm like, nah, mate. Nah. Libras are very argumentative. Because you've got to remember the most quintessential Libras in Western astrology are the ones with latter degree in Libra. that intersects with early degrees Libra in Vedic astrology. So the most Librans to ever Libra are Chitra Libras, right? And they are the most argumentative out of all of them. The most argumentative, even more than Vishaka. Vishaka does like power manipulations and shit. Chitra is very argumentative. So, there are some Libras in general who, because of your argumentative nature and because your provocative nature, you've left yourself defenseless with untrustworthy people all around to the point where you have to just walk away. You can't be there anymore. That's your only option. Do you understand what I mean? That's the option that you've been left with. But then there are other Libras who have gone in the other direction, who have like worked on themselves and are doing really, really wonderful things. So, they're doing really well, but it's like some Libras are just, oh, Lord. Some Libras are struggling, I'm not going to lie. And the next 18 months are going to be a fight for you to reclaim your space for some of you. But I love this because it means that Libra, you have the power inside you to manifest the type of, reality that you want to live in. You have the power inside you. Do you understand? So all of your talents, all of your insight, you would be surprised at how much you're able to accomplish. When you have faith in yourself, you're going to move mountains. And you're going to get away from those fucking people who are making your life hell. But you're also going to, reinforce the blessings that you've got coming from your work life too. There's hope, Libra. There's hope. Don't give up hope, man. And then you got the Three of Wands. You see what I'm saying? Do not give up hope. Because it's when you realize you've got all the resources you need to make your life better. That's when everything's going to pick up. And you're going to be able to make new plans and new goals that reflect exactly where you're meant to be. I love this for you. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I thought that this was just going to be a doom and gloom reading. I am so happy it's not. The 18 months are going to be tricky though, Libra. They are going to be quite tricky. So to recap, the easiest way to really create a family that you can be proud of, or create a legacy that you can be proud of, or, to be able to utilize your talents. The best way to do that is to focus on what is easiest for you to do and to focus on what your destiny actually is. Quiet as it's kept, Libra, your destiny lies in the things that you find easiest to do. My grandmother always said to me, habits are easy to make and hard to break. Make sure your habits are good ones. This is why. Because the things that you find easiest to do, your line of least resistance, the things that you want to do the most, as you get older, they become the things you have to do in order to set things right. So the same mistakes you make when you're younger are going to be the same ways you have to fix the problem. That's a little tip for you guys. So yeah, focusing on your destiny is going to be very important. Have you written your destiny so far? What kind of karma have you brought into your life? If it's what I've been reading, things need to change. There needs to be an adjustment. So that was for my beautiful Libras. That was for Chitra, Swati, and Vishaka. This was a heavy reading. I'm so sorry about that, but hopefully you got as much out of it as you could. I have been Empress Justice, and I will see you, Libra, in the next one. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye, my darlings.